Previously on Cyberpunk.
You pursue a set of data disks for a criminal called Divine that has you by the proverbial, and you turn to see a booster ganger.
An escort through the combat zone would be exactly what we need.
The roof? You want to go in through the roof?
I've just got a grapple hand and I'm desperate to use it.
Away!
You see a figure in decent quality gear. What is your intent with this Grotwire?
To strangle him to death.
Okay.
I'm going to add a little something to the party.
MJ, woman who walks onto the gantry, it's your sister.
Dun, dun, dun. How's the relationship with your sister again?
We hate each other.
Sister. Juno. So you have a sister.
Juno's obviously a tag or a handle. You know her actual name. I don't know why I put it in inverted commas. She looks at you and says, I sort of hope this line of work would bring us back together.
Syria.
Michael.
Oh, how many years has it been?
I've been enjoying not counting them. She says, she lowers this heavy-duty laser rifle. She says, is it worth it?
What are you after, Syria? Looks like we're after the same thing.
We had a very, very exciting little accident on our network. It seemed like someone was trying to crack a fortress right here, an Arasaka fortress. That means there's stuff here that we didn't find. So here we are, and now here you are. So I think we were right.
I always wondered what it would feel like to see you again.
She says with venom, how's mom and dad?
Well, you wouldn't know, would you? They had to go into hiding to protect us. Not that you would care about that.
She says, we're all doing fine, thanks. And just like that, laser rifle begins to wind up into action.
Well, I'm gonna have to get behind cover very quickly then.
Yep. You know what, I really should have made Wesley do it on his own turn, but that's fine. He says, all right, he's shouting that. I did that. What do you want me to do now? How can I help? Now.
That's what I'm going with.
Okay.
I don't know about you.
He goes, okay. MJ.
MJ.
So, I've got a stunned guard on the floor
stairs.
in front of me.
On the stairs. Standing above him is your sister on the laser cannon.
With a massive laser cannon. There's also a guard number 3 who's dodged.
Shot at you and missed, but he's sort of fighting
dodged the snake from Sally. So I'm outnumbered here. I really don't have any kind of persuasion skill at all. It's negotiating with my sister. Seems kind of off the cards. Combat-wise, there doesn't seem much I'm going to be able to do here without getting instantly incinerated by my sister with a giant laser cannon.
MJ learned a valuable lesson that day.
Is there anything else in my immediate surroundings that I can see that would enable me to
Beat her?
To win.
How can I win,
You
basically?
have a run value of like 25.
You can run like 25 meters.
I can run 25 meters, but I've got the only way I can go is up the stairs or out the building
Or it's into cover,
into cover.
out of line of sight kind of thing.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to try and get out of line of sight. My only kind of option here, I think, is to try and stealth my way out of this or into a position where I can have some kind of advantage in combat again.
Okay.
So yeah, I will do that.
You're
I
not
will,
on your own, MJ. There's going to be other people helping. So it's
Big
not,
nuts
you
are
don't
en
have to
route.
fight her on your own.
So
Nicks and nucks.
Next to Nux.
I would like to run to an area where I cannot be seen, but that hopefully
Get him, killer.
I can still have, an eye of sight on where
Your thermal vision kind of helps with this.
where those three people
okay.
are. So we've got a guard on the floor who's stunned, another one who's not stunned, and my sister. So
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll do it this way. The running out of the line of sight is not like that difficult. It'll be a stealth check, more like when they come looking for you, rather than
Right.
like, because you can't just like, I've chosen to stealth when you're already out of line of sight, right? So you run out of line of sight, is there any other actions I'd like to do while you do that?
what else do I have in my modular hand? Because I've forgotten. I've got a garrote.
You've got like a fork, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's been a long day, Rob.
Got a compass.
got a screwdriver.
Whistle.
Phillips.
I mean, as I
And a
run,
positron.
I may as well have a little pot shot at that guy who's stunned on the floor, see if I can finish him off.
Yeah, okay, shooting while running goes a -3. So but you're still looking for a 15.
Handgun, it's 12 already. Don't fail the dice. 6.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
And
that's
then the other one? So you
one
fire 2
shot.
shots?
Oh, that is a 1.
Okay, so we'll resolve the damage for one first. So roll to see where you hit him.
5.
So 5 is in the arm again, same arm. So d6 damage, d6 plus 2, right?
Yeah, 2d6, so 5, 10 plus 1 is 11.
So yeah, he's pretty badly wounded now. Takes a shot in the arm, and he fails his stun save again. So he's just like, I hate
Oh, his arm
being shot.
really hurts.
Good shot in the arm, but you need to resolve that crit. So roll on the the fumble.
So the d10. 10.
Oh no, 10's
dear.
a bad one.
Oh, jeez.
10's real bad.
So the second shot. So this guy's like lying on the stairs. The first shot, like just roll damage on that for me.
Oh, it sounds like you've hit him.
So it's a 2d6
Yeah,
again.
plus 1.
10.
10 in total.
All right, so 10 damage. I wish I'd rolled this on camera because I literally rolled a 1 for where it hits, whoever it hits, and that 1 is a head.
Oh,
So-
God, you've just...
So you see,
Oh, Wes.
the bullet goes straight into the wall, and then you see from above as Wesley.
Oh no!
Recoils backwards, like doesn't say anything. He's just looking up at you like, okay, and then sideways, slow motion.
And how is he?
But is he okay?
So that was how much damage?
10.
That Stetson
Times
probably
2.
wasn't
Times 2.
That Stetson probably wasn't
minus-
offering a lot of armour, was it?
Where's?
No.
The Stetson sort of just like spins off his head and then just like scatters to the dust. He's just sideways.
Oh my god.
On the
All I
ground.
wanted to do was kill the guard already. Oh my god.
You don't know you've done this. You've just seen the bullet go into the wall. You just know you've missed.
But we know, we've seen it. He's beneath us.
Is Wesley definitely dead?
He's not moving.
That doesn't matter.
Well, we've got a medic. At least.
He's very still.
Yes. Wow. Wow. That's what I have to say about that.
We can make this party a whole lot more fun.
Oh god. Oh Wesley. Wesley, you poor fool. I bet he's still smiling though. He's having the time of his life.
Oh, I really wish I'd rolled this on
shot
camera
in-
because I
got
genuinely didn't fudge that. That was, yeah.
Shot to death in Night City. That's all he ever wanted.
I know.
That's his dream.
He's in the big farm in the sky now.
Well, I guess that's the end of your turn anyway.
You look down, you see like when Wesley's jacket is like splayed open and his unbent platinum
That's
trauma team
exactly
membership
what I was
card
thinking.
has just span out onto the dust, unused.
That's That's how you know it's going to be a party.
Hey, it's the gang's turn now, though, right?
Is it Nick's?
Yeah. So as this happens, you dive behind cover. You hear the rev of engines behind you. It's just Nick's, for the sake of sanity at first, like barrels down that kind of like dirt track towards the garage doors, straight in on his motorcycle. He shouts, "What up, mother cluckers?"
I thought you might say, "I feel like chicken tonight."
But you took it to a place that it was just beautiful.
And he is going to, as his second action, open fire at your sister.
Excellent.
He's
Wesley's body is peppered with more shots. No.
It's a pretty bad shot,
Ah.
and it does not hit.
Oh, my mid-tier gangsters really haven't come
He's just
through.
firing this.
Mid's even calling it.
He's just
quite
firing
well.
this cheap, like, you know, kind of like pistol in the air. It doesn't do anything.
Ah, well, they look good, Nix.
Yeah. Axel, lights are on inside now.
Good lord, how? So where am I? I'm still on the periphery here.
Yeah. You're
I can't see around the corner, so I don't know what's happened to the other guys.
No.
I just feel a slight disturbance in the force.
Yeah. There's a million Wesleys.
We're suddenly silenced. Is Axel any good at negotiating or anything?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He could,
Well,
he
he
could
likes
open
to
a
think so.
dialogue.
I guess. Oh, what? Ooh. Okay, I'm just going to shout down the end of the room at Juno, and I just want to say, just stand up out of cover, make myself known, and say, "Hey, what's happening?"
When you said he was good at negotiating.
After the chicken man, kind of like.
I'm hoping that she doesn't know I've sent the chicken man.
Is that your entire go?
I'm hoping to start a dialogue here with Juno.
She says,
You look like you're in charge here, and I just want to know if there's any kind of, what do you need? I can tell you what I need.
Give me a fast talk.
Let's discuss.
Give me that fast talking.
Fast talking.
So it's a 5 on top of my 6 and 6, so it's a 17.
She rolled a 1. So, because I roll a lot of 1s on this yellow dice, it's going away, being replaced by this. She says, "Tell us where the data is. We can stop this ridiculous fight."
There's a reason I need that data that I can't really explain to you at this point.
Then we are at an impasse, and I'm holding this.
Giant cannon.
That you say that out loud. A giant cannon. You make a good point. You're good at negotiating.
I'm easily impressed. At this point, honestly, I'm just stepping back behind cover at the end of the room.
It doesn't even.
What a fantastic attempt at talking.
Yeah. We are all unimpressed by this.
I'm an
and wonder
unemployed junior executive. What did you guys think was going to happen?
Something. We were sorely mistaken.
Burke is safe now.
Okay, good. That was a fabulous turn. Jimmy.
Jimmy wants to quietly Jimmy open the window. That's what Jimmy calls doing anything.
Yeah.
Just Jimmy it.
All right. Okay. So give me just another strength check.
Oh, I don't have strength.
I can assume that you're picking one of the windows that doesn't have a. At this point, you're so close that you can see which ones have kind of like a rigged.
Yes.
So you can pick one of the
I've
unrigged.
checked with Pheonix.
You're with me as well.
I've rolled a 10.
Yeah. Roll it
And
again.
then-
Actually, yeah. Roll it again, just in case something goes.
Another 10.
Yes, you just rolled
I'm
2.
so strong. in
Yeah.
this
So
one.
yeah, you're good at opening things.
Yeah,
today,
that's
man.
right. Just sort of
Crushing
slightly.
it. All right, so you just like the window just like comes up, like it's fine.
It comes off at this point,
you
like-
just but most importantly you do so like quietly, like
Yeah.
it's Juno's attention doesn't change.
And I'd like to go inside.
Yeah,
I'm assuming that's probably about all I can do.
that's an action and a move. Yeah.
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 So I will just move inside. I'd like to be in a position where I can just peek round the corner to see the lay of the land, but not be. I'm behind cover. I don't want them to know that I'm there.
Yeah, so you climb into the upper gantry, like you climb into the basically the office room, like just at the top of the stairs near the door. So you're actually kind of behind Juno, like only a couple of meters away.
Yeah.
But you kind of Well, actually, give me a stealth check just to see if you do this.
No, Chris, it was good before we did the stealth check.
Sometimes you have to roll the dice.
Okay, that's a 12.
Yeah, like as you think, you see her head twitch. Like she doesn't like turn fully because she's sort of engaged on multiple angles, but she has seen you. Thumping through the window.
Oh.
Yeah. But she knows she's surrounded. So that whole... Is your face still blaring? We have you surrounded?
No, I turned that
Have
off.
you turned that off yet?
Yeah.
Gone back to
Yeah,
regular
okay.
Jimmy now.
All right. Sally really hates this one guy. That's a 10.
Come on!
That's an 8, 18.
The MVP, Sally.
Slides up.
That's a 6 on the damage.
Yes, he's got to take him out now. He's got to be done.
That's gonna.
So there's only 1 damage with his armor, but she like actually no, it's not. I need to roll where it goes. Where does it go?
on, head.
5.
She slides through his ear into
No,
his
she's
brain.
up on the arm again. She loves the arm. She's up in the arm again. It's only sufficient to do 1 damage, but there's still damage.
How much damage has this guard taken now?
No, only a couple. This is the guy that isn't downed and isn't dead.
Right.
So, but who's just been fighting a snake.
Right.
It's Sally. They're in a container.
He only takes the 1 point of damage from this, which I think is the first point of damage he's taken. And he isn't stunned. He just swears loudly at the like, as this cybersnake
Oh, you
bites him.
snake!
Yeah.
Stop it!
All right. It is immediately the go of the guard at the bottom of the stairs, who has a save to make, which he passes. So he sort of like rolls, but he is like in a bad way now. So this is not going to be a particularly good shot. Well, we'll find out. So he shoots basically at Nyx. Hits with 1 round, which hits Nyx in the torso.
Nyx.
So Nyx comes in, shouts, "What up, motherfucker?" Shoots in the air, and then gets shot in the chest by a prone man.
Oh god.
Touches at his chest and just rolls sideways off the bike. Good job, that guy. Next is the guard who is fighting Sally, who's just going to try and get Sally to not do that. And succeed. Easy this time, just like across the room, just like a almost extends to a full length of midair. You're seeing this snake just flinging about left and right.
Everything's going wrong.
Yeah. He is going to use his second action just to step from the kind of shadows back out, and so he's sort of like towards the boss, right? So there's like the guards are kind of closing ranks.
So Wes is down. God bless him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we could probably use some more people at this party.
Oh god.
So I'm going for his platinum trauma team card. That's basically.
You're going to save Wes. That's your deal.
You know that the
Well.
person, the person with the platinum membership is dead.
Well, there's still no.
Is he dead?
Well, he's good point.
Doesn't matter. He's still got the membership, and they'll still come for him.
Okay, but will they
And what does
shoot
dead
at
mean?
anything?
Dead? Yeah,
will
in the
they
year
shoot,
2020, what does dead even mean?
Will they shoot at anything?
Well,
we'll find out.
I'll do a med. I will do a med check to see how Wes is.
Okay, so you run down the stairs.
Yep.
Oh, I don't want him to be dead. I don't want to know.
All right.
And I won't, because I'm around the corner.
Yeah,
do a med check
you're
for me.
blissfully unaware of Wes's condition.
So that's a 9. And, yeah, that's my special. So 18.
Okay, so you rush to him.
Yeah.
It's been like a few seconds since this happened. You rush down to him, and everybody's just sort of sprawled. It's kind of dark out here, so it takes you a while to kind of like. You turn him over, and like basically the top of his head is missing.
Great. Good start.
Revealing. Small alien.
Well, so this is the strange thing. So there's a bullet entry wound, obviously, but no obvious exit wound. Because obviously, like, I mean, initially, obviously, your instinct is that this has just been blown apart. But you see absolutely no brain matter whatsoever. There's blood, but like
I knew he was
no brain
dead.
no brain matter. And whereas there's obviously, it's pretty grim. Like there's the ragged tearing of flesh and the gross stuff, but also there are uncomfortably neat straight lines kind of carving away, absent, as in like almost like gouges in the flesh and bone of his skull and head, the surviving flesh and bone of his skull and head, that as if something's been removed. And you glance around and you realise that his hat is missing.
Okay. I need to do an awareness check. There's something's not right out
Give me
here.
a awareness check at -3 because it's just a second action. You also did run, but roll frenzy.
Okay, so that's a 9, and then my awareness will be +3 to that, 12, +2 to that, 15, +8 to that. What's that, 23 minus the 3?
Yeah. You look up and you can see that his hat is running away.
I was right. It was a small alien controlling it.
on what appears to be sort of rapidly scuttling sort of mechanical legs.
Then Will Smith appears and sings Wild Wild West. Wow.
Is that what you say?
I don't know. I just shout for Jimmy. Don't know what else to do. No, I don't. I don't even that. There's no one out here with me. It is me, the man with no head and a walking hat.
What's another good one?
I'm torn. Because that's 2 goes.
So's Wes.
Yeah.
That's probably the end of your go.
Do I call? I still want to call that.
Okay. I'm going to say is free action is just to snap the card.
Yeah.
Roll a d6 for me.
I'll D6. 2.
All right. Next in the order is Juno's go. Juno is going to go just and fire the laser cannon because it's like Chekhov's laser cannon. You can't not. At Burke.
I deserve it. Yeah.
A long time coming, mate.
You negotiated poorly.
And she actually misses. That was a 2. So she discharges this angry orange beam of energy, and it just sprays off the concrete near you, hot sort of molten stone, kind of flinging past your face.
I knew it was going to be fine. Also, I'm really excited about whose turn it is next.
Leslie, you can see it. Only you can see this for time. In fact, only you know any of this is happening. Stops running at a certain point, awkward movement, moving kind of orthogonal to the building. But he basically stops at the exact midpoint of the building, if that makes sense, the exact midpoint of the wall. Turns, and
We're calling what's left of this hat Wesley.
and leaps onto the side of the building, and the legs go in, and the hat is now kind of hanging off.
Oh God.
And it just sort of goes up the wall towards the window.
Come on, Wesley, help us out here.
This is horrifying. Oh my god.
I'm I'm ex-trauma team. I have seen some stuff in my time, but this is, well, it takes the hat.
Takes the hat.
And the biscuit.
The hat biscuit.
That's
All right.
Wow.
Next is
Serious tech.
MJ Kefahuchi.
MJ.
Michael.
Family affairs.
Syria.
And then he goes Super Saiyan.
Emotion overwhelms me.
As you.
All I can think.
Is this going to be another monologue in a 3-second space of time?
We are in a Kojima game.
This is my sister, who has given my parents nothing,
But
who has
grief.
abandoned our family. And the red mist descends. How far away is she from me?
It's around the corner the way you came, but probably at this point about 10, 15 meters.
Right. I have a run. I also have a leap value. What
That's for crossing gaps.
for crossing gaps? So I can't add leap to my attack or something.
No, I'm going to add you.
No.
I'm going to let you add it sort of cosmetically.
Right.
So you can make a pretty jump.
You can imagine yourself jumping.
Go for it.
I don't care at this point.
So it's a -3 to hit with the katana if that's what you're doing, but because you run.
Why?
But
All right. So I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run to Syria with my katana out. Syria! And smash at her with my katana.
okay, all right. Roll them dice.
Come on, Rob. I mean, MJ.
Yeah,
Be good. 8
it's good.
Pretty good.
plus 14, which is my
Yep.
melee
-3.
plus combat. So 8 plus 14 is 22. Minus 3 is 19.
Yep, that's a hit. Roll 2, you hit.
It's a 3.
That is right in the torso. So maybe this is more of a stab.
Yeah, this is a 4d6 attack with a katana.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
3,
Imagine if you got this in the head.
6,
9,
6,
15.
2, 17.
17. Okay, so oh boy. So you, I'm just going to do a very serious, important roll here.
Every Bleach episode
You know,
ever.
have you? Well, yeah, right. Like this is about as anime as this could possibly have gone.
And that's exactly where I wanted it to
I want to
go.
do this in slow motion because it's a big moment, right? You like there's like she frustrated with Axel's bizarre attempt to parlay.
That's what
brings
I do.
the laser gun. It's not even on maximum power, and you recognise that it's not on maximum power. She like tunes it down a bit, like fires, misses. Her other guys are busy. Something that you charge out from behind. Syria thing comes out. And then you're up the stairs, leaping over the body. There's your leap over the body of the prone guy who just shot Nyx. It comes up, and then you are kind of past her on the stairs. Nothing happens, and then she just turns at you and goes, "Oh, I didn't think it was going to end like this." And then her top half falls off. It was still on your back previously. If you just stabbed yourself in the chest.
You've got to clean the blade first with the cracks of your arm and then sheathe it. Come on.
Yep, you did 10 damage to her chest and she failed death save, so she's down.
Wow. I'm clapping from the back of the room. That's good. Yeah. That's the way to negotiate, baby.
I'm still watching the hat.
Yeah.
I'm not aware that.
Can I act again on this turn?
That was a run and a thing.
that
So
goes
that's
for
what you
2
want-
goes.
Yeah. What do you want to do? What would you do if you could do?
If I could do anything,
Yeah.
I would do nothing. My mind is gone from
You
my
might-
mission.
You've just
All I'm
murdered your
thinking
sister.
about is my years of awful childhood, my siblings who abandoned me, my parents who had to go
Is this
into
Rob or
hiding
MJ?
to protect me.
Life imitating art.
All I've cared about my entire life is vengeance. 1 is down.
6 to go.
I have 6 siblings left.
Haven't you now evened out the brother-sister count as well?
I only now have 3 sisters, 3 brothers.
Good. Again, a monologue. Alright,
God's
it's Nyx's
sake.
go. He's stunned. He has failed his stun save again. He's just rolling around like, oh, I've been shot. This Gluckin sucks. Axel, it's your go.
Okay, I'm going to come into the room and I want to appeal to the guards who are still alive. Their boss has just been killed, and I want to say to them, "Hey guys, we can all see the way this is going."
Is this an intimidation or is this more of a like, hey boys?
This is.
We've all had fun.
Yeah, the game's up. Let us find what we need and get out of here, and everyone's going home tonight.
Alright, give me a fast talk.
2, 14, 17 with the +3.
Yep, you've done it. So
Done.
they like
It's the first good thing I've done.
they like look at each other, but you obviously find out what happens on their turn. But there's like a kind of like a moment of like, because you just leapt over one of them as well, like he's just looking up behind him like, and the blood's coming down the stairs now. There's that like
The snake's still in the room.
Damn. Okay, next in the order is Jimmy.
Where, can you describe where they are in relation to me?
So you are like on top of the stairs.
Yeah.
MJ's kind of almost now next to you, like he's sort of, this leap sort of took him almost up next to you. He's still in his like
Yeah.
pose. Obviously, the big boss is dealt with. I'm glad I got to fire the laser though. And one guard is on his back, shot on the ground. The other one is sort of stood, little lightly wounded, but has been listening to his SMG still up, but you know, wavering basically.
I'll probably just step out and aim at him.
Okay, so take an aim action.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's been seen as well. You like see. I mean, you're aiming a guitar at him, which is weird.
Yeah. I say, just don't, mate.
All right. Next in the order is Sally, whoever is.
Sally cannot be called off.
Sally suddenly
Sally tastes
springs at
blood.
that guard, hits
come
him
on.
for a single point of damage.
Sorry.
So she's back on his leg, just like whipping around, like trying to
this is
murder this
awkward.
guy. Yeah, and he's Christ.
Can't you like recall her or something?
I don't know, there's no buttons on this. It's a tattoo.
The guard that is prone on the stair stands and like keeps his gun up in a kind of but doesn't know which way to look kind of way, and they're both going together, so I'll do this together. They kind of move together and they turn, and there's a moment where something passes between them, like, do we pick her up? And then one of them kind of goes to the top and one of them goes to the bottom, and then they think this whole thing happens, like passes in a moment, but there's this moment of like, do we, if we do, which part do we each take? Let's not. And they begin to like just back towards you, Axel, like, and over the prone, stepping over Nyx as they move basically to the doorway, gun on you. Behind you is the kind of remaining chickens who are now like rushing down the hill to get the boss. But there's like, it's become a standoff situation. Pheonix.
I'm shouting, guys, I think you need to come outside. Like I need someone to come and see what the hell this is. But I suppose I should probably...
I've forgotten about your insane situation.
Yeah, I should probably tech scan it to try and figure out what the hell that is.
So, give me a tech scan. Obviously, it's a fair distance away now.
That is a 9, plus 7, plus 8. So someone did
24.
Yeah,
24.
thank you. I'm out.
That is
A long bit of maths.
well, so first you see it's a drone. Some kind of drone.
Okay.
Right? You don't know a lot about it. It's got, there's sort of cyberware pinging off it in a bunch of different ways. You've not really seen tech like this before. You get the impression in the movie not a lot of people have seen tech like this before. You got a 24.
Yeah.
There was a time when you, actually maybe the first time you worked the combat zone that taught you something to never underestimate how bad things can get in a place like this. It was maybe one of Phoenix's reasons for avoiding Trauma Team in favor of just starting a clinic somewhere trying to help ordinary people, is the extraordinary people who enter this space are capable of things that you that a previous generation wouldn't be able to understand. And in that moment you recognize with horror something that you've seen only once before. And that is the telltale kind of electromagnetic and radioactive signature of a miniature nuclear bomb.
Okay. We have to get the hell out of Dodge.
That is your action.
Yeah.
We return to the top. Sorry, it's a really important person now.
Yeah.
The mobile nuclear weapon.
It's more than that.
Don't reduce everybody.
You've heard Pheonix shout from outside and then her go quiet suddenly as the window kind of up in the wall, sort of like between where all three of you were watching, smashes. And this sort of spidery, robotic, fleshy, still bloody thing lands on the ground. I'm going to do a roll to see if we can keep the hat on. That's a 3. The hat falls off. The hat is the only thing that gives this away as once part of the person that you knew as Wesley.
Wesley's definitely dead at this point, isn't he? I feel bad.
I checked him.
I feel
He's-
bad.
I'm not sure Wesley was ever alive.
It was never Wesley.
Well, the only thing that gives this away is Wesley, because you really don't know this yet.
Yeah,
but,
this is the first you're hearing of it.
Like, actually, the three of you just roll awareness quickly. No bonuses, just tell me what you get.
20.
Yeah.
19.
19?
15.
Okay, you've all done it. In which case, each of you, in your own way, recognizes something about Wesley's lovely hair. But it's still sort of clinging to this thing in places. And you go, oh. It scuttles to a point in the middle of the room. Who got the highest result there? You did. The place it moves to is an area where the cargo containers have been cleared and there are sort of scratches in the floor. And then it starts to, it beeps and then just starts to like up and down on its legs, like bash into the floor. Dunk, 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 dunk,
In a fun way.
and it's sort of like, it would be fun. You don't know what it is. This is just weird. Everyone's sort of turned to look as it goes like in the floor. That's gonna get a gift.
Oh,
Back to MJ, I guess.
MJ.
MJ.
So I have no idea what this thing actually is. I don't even really know that it's what remains of Wes. I don't even know.
I'm saying
Wes
you've
is
kind of sussed it out. Partly the hat coming through the window, but also the
Blood.
the blood.
Clinging to it.
dead. At this point,
I love that
I'm still just in an emotional.
This amazing
kind of-
moment you've envisaged all these years.
And a cowboy hat and spider.
Finally, and then like
Why
10 seconds later, you're like,
Is there
what?
a jumping cowboy hat ruining my moment? Are we still in like a combat scenario technically?
No, in fact, we'll suspend ordered play now, with the exception of, well, yeah.
Oh, MJ, that was
Weird.
weird, and now it's got weirder. What the hell is that little thing?
I have
Is that-
no
It's just
idea.
beeping and
Do you,
bumping the floor.
actually, I do know something. Wesley's dead. I saw him get shot in the head, and now his hat's just running.
Where's Pheonix?
She's outside. I think she was looking into. She was trying to see if Wesley's all right, but his hat's just running.
Guys, that thing that's just gone inside, we need to get really, really far away from
Before
it.
we get really far away from it, though, we need to get what we came here for, because otherwise we got another problem waiting for us in town. So what
really far.
What are we waiting for? Where is the thing that we came to get? Can we find out where it is?
So your assessment of the room, I think it was you, Pheonix, established that like it's not in here. Like this whole place looks like it's been set up to look like there's nothing here. If that makes
It's
sense.
a setup.
No, it's been made to look like there's nothing here. But that thing's gone to the middle of the room and there's scratches on the floor. Whatever it's after.
Are you? I mean, so it's beeping.
It's beeping and just.
Well, what is it?
Things that are beeping.
What is it?
Why are you so worried about it? Was
It's a mini nuclear warhead.
just a mini one?
Oh,
Pheonix, is there? I mean, if we leave, are we going to be able to get away from it quick enough?
What kind of a blast zone are we?
Are you able to disable it, Pheonix?
I have never tried.
Well, maybe you
I think
now's a good time to start.
we're either disabling it, or it's the end.
Arasaka aren't going to pay for more of my limbs.
There'll be nothing left of
They
you
get
to pay
blown
for,
up.
I'm afraid.
The world hasn't heard my music yet.
And Nix has heard what you just said, by the way, and he's like, "Is a what?
Don't worry about it, Nix.
Oh."
It's fine.
Yeah, he's recovered. He's managed to shake off the bullet wound that he's taken, but he's lumbering away towards his guys. He's saying like, "Boys, we're chickens out."
Yeah. Thanks for everything, man.
He's like,
You really are chickens.
he's like, "Pluck you." And they back up the hill, and you hear the revving of motorcycles.
That's
not
the
a
best
bad
thing.
idea.
We need to engage with whatever the heck this thing is that's
Okay, can I
wearing
text
Wesley's
scan it?
hat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, give me a tech scan.
One thing I've been doing a lot of, that is a 3, but it's +7 is a 10, plus tech is an 18.
You've seen all sorts of drones and like robots and things. This is like a degree of magnitude more complicated than anything you've seen or even necessarily heard of. That doesn't mean it's impossible to interact with by any means, but it means that like you get this intimidating wave of like, this is some black ops shizzle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mate, I mean, I was only a doctor for a month before I lost my job.
What
Bit
can
green
you-
still.
What can you
What can you
see,
tell us about
Pheonix?
it?
What is it?
So what you can see is obviously you were initially kind of, I guess, there was something really pertinent about it that you saw, but you realize that's not like its only purpose, right? Like that's something that it has, among several other tools. There's what looks like quite a sophisticated computer system in there, complicated wetware, interface terminals that have been cleverly masked to look like just regular commercial inputs. Short-range EMP generator, just a toolkit of things that could do anything from discreetly short-circuit electrical equipment to hook up into some kind of mainframe and jack into the net.
We need to find out what the heck it's doing. Is there any way we can scan where it is on the floor?
Can you tell what mode it's in now?
Why is it banging up and down?
Is it armed?
Pheonix.
I've only seen it once before.
If you can't, you can't. I'm just freaking out over here. Jimmy's not good under pressure. Jimmy knows guitars and flames.
Why don't you flame it, Jimmy?
Right, just don't touch it for
Let's
now.
not flame it just yet.
I'm thinking about
But I think it's on top of whatever we're here for as well. So we need to disarm it or get it out of the way, and we need to get to where
And
it's
this is
going.
the thing that was Wes, right? It must have some kind of, if it's an AI, it's at least sophisticated enough to have a dialogue with us. Maybe we can talk to it.
I'm happy to try.
Do you remember trying to talk to Wes?
How close
Yeah, he was a really nice guy.
How close to it are you?
So I'm pretty close.
Right. As you approach and lean down, it sort of like there's like what looks like a little orb, like a little sort of lens, and this sort of spins around to face you, and it says, "Hello."
Hello.
Wesley.
It says, "My name is Alice.
Okay.
Please open the door."
Okay. Let's do what it says.
Are we all close?
Well, you can choose how close you are.
Are we?
You're on the show
Coming
floor.
around it now.
I've been
We're
coming
coming to
down.
the middle again now.
That seems like a loaded question.
Alice, what are you trying to get to?
There is a Arasaka archive here.
And where will you be taking that?
That information is not mine to give.
Who could give me that information?
Arasaka.
So an Arasaka device to recover its own data? Like a safety measure?
Or to destroy his own data.
Whichever.
Doesn't matter. Either way, we need it.
Well, let's... Oh, God. We give it what it wants. It maybe won't blow up.
I don't even know how to open the door. I don't even know what door he's talking about.
Then we're going home empty-handed. Is it on a door? It's just on the floor, right?
Phoenix, give me a tech scan again. Use those eyes.
That is an 8 plus.
What's good on the tech scan?
Yeah.
So,
I am.
that sort of shielding that has affected the entire building, there's something underneath the floor here. That's kind of very clear to you. And you can kind of trace the outline of whether the scrapes kind of match up to like clearly some sort of armature or kind of mobile apparatus to remove some kind of hidden panel here. The cables lead away from it to a container that's locked.
Does anyone have anything that we can use to disable this crazy robot for a few seconds while we open whatever doorway?
Alice,
I'm whispering.
Listening.
I can hear you. I've been listening the entire time.
That's more of my good talking.
Yeah.
Good.
He didn't mean crazy, he meant crazy cool, Alice. We've never seen a robot.
I'm happy simply to have had this opportunity to be alive.
Alice, were you also Wesley?
That was fun.
Are you
Yeah, I
the
thought
android
so.
sent by Cyberlife?
I am sad now.
Okay.
About Wesley.
So Pheonix has found a hidden panel which is inside a locked.
It's in the floor, but there is sort of stuff coming from it that leads to one of the containers. So the door is in the floor,
Right.
Which is what.
Right.
this is about.
So we need to follow the
And
cables.
so we need, and that's and the container is locked.
Yep.
All right. What kind of a lock is it? It's like a.
Just appears to be. If you walk over to it and give it a test, it just feels locked.
I'm going to walk over to it and give it a test. I've done that. It feels locked. It's locked.
Would you be strong enough to just
I am
I mean, I
incredibly strong.
could try and pick the lock.
Go for it.
do it? I see you've got a lock-picking skill. Okay.
And you have a lockpick in your hand. Actually, that's one of the things in your modular hand. The index finger comes
Come
up.
on, Rob.
Maybe
I mean,
you just
MJ.
close this out.
It's still
Come
going to be
on.
hard. It's still going to be a hard
Just roll the dice, man.
8 plus 14.
Can't get it. Can't get it. Bash, bash, bash,
Maybe luck
bash,
is what
bash,
we need,
bash.
Dave.
I've got big knucks.
Big no.
I will let you attempt to punch the door in.
I'd like to punch
Give
them.
me a strength check, but add 2 for deploying the big knucks.
Okay.
Big nugs give you 2.
I'm going to add luck to this. My
Yep.
remaining luck
Yep.
of 1. 6 plus 1 plus body, right?
Yeah.
Is 14.
Oh my god.
It just hurts a lot. It's just like, ow, and the door just prang.
What about the +2 for the knocks?
Oh, +2 for knocks.
There's initially a prang, and then you see the lock buckle, and the door kind of swings open. The container is empty, with the exception of a cable running up to a small ocular scanner.
Oh dear.
Is anyone...
Wait. There's it's going to be an Arasaka. It's going to be an Arasaka eye, right?
Are you saying I should try?
Doesn't Alice have like a little lens?
It's a
I
lens.
want to pick up the small nuclear bomb.
There's 2 Arasaka eyes upstairs. No one's using.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over and investigate it first of all.
Yeah,
We need to find out what's it after.
It's an
particular
ocular
eye.
scanner. It's an active ocular scanner.
But is it needing a particular eye? Or
It's
Jimmy's
eyes are
excited
eyes.
by his
Eyes is
idea,
eyes,
so he
eyes.
runs upstairs
Yep.
and just is dragging that dead
Cool.
woman back downstairs. Sadly.
Yep, you've got to. She has the person that's dead upstairs has the clear implants of a netrunner.
Right.
We didn't investigate the body of the person upstairs.
I'm doing it. I just brought her down.
hat crawled through the window.
Yep, you've found it.
Look, I brought her down here. I don't want to do the bit. Someone
I'll
else.
do it. Oh, that's fine. I've got no compunctions about doing that whatsoever.
Well, yeah, you probably used to
I'm
work
going
with
to
her.
hold up this dead woman's face, and I'm going to prise open her eyelids and put her up to the ocular scanner.
Yeah, this is sufficient. There's a creak, and the floor raises slightly, and it splits and starts to sort of slide apart. The drone thing has to kind of scutter onto one of the 2 sides of this and sort of ride it as it parts. However, you see a second security measure has already been deployed. As the door parts, you see that whatever's downstairs, you see like a staircase leading down, an archive, but you also see the surface of icy water that has been flooded into the chamber.
Well, I have gills.
Oh my god, you do have gills.
Just get down there.
It's time for me to go under, guys.
In you go.
This could
Oh
be
wait,
farewell.
before you go, we were given a particular list of things we needed
It's
to
a paper
actually
list.
retrieve. But can you just check the list for which things?
Yeah, you look at the list and see the kind of the keys that you need to
Just bring
remember.
whatever bring as much as you can, but get these.
Okay,
Okay, otherwise it's a wasted trip.
All right,
So-
give me just like an athletics check.
that's a 9. So 19 for athletics check.
19. Yeah. Okay. This is very kind of trivially easy for you to swim down. Like it's still like not all the lights have gone out, but clearly there's some defense mechanism when the place was raided. This place was flooded. You swim down there, you're able to find the kind of shelf you need. You're looking at banks and banks of these kind of heavy iron shelves, each loaded with this is just storage. Like it's not, there's a few like terminals down here and things, but this is apparently where like maybe a data fortress is maintained, but it's the very inconspicuous sort of external form of that. Just one of many thousands of nodes in a corporate war that's fought on a completely different plane. Basically, this is one of its small manifestations in the real world. You find the stack, and only the stack of data tapes that you were tasked with getting. Cradle them under one arm. They're in sort of waterproof housing, and swim back out. You see MJ kind of emerge, soaking wet, freezing cold, holding these things. Alice says, and sort of the lens pops up towards you. Data verified. Please. Provide the data. Arasaka employee Kefahuchi. Provide the data.
It's a rock and a hard place. What decision? Who are you scared? Who are you more scared of?
Probably a nuke
What
right
if
now.
I don't, Alice? What if I don't provide the data? What happens then?
Provide the data. Come on.
Come on.
Jimmy, I need you to do something. I think we should take this data and run for it, and I would like you to fire Scylla straight at Alice's face to blind her temporarily while we run for the sedan.
What? Oh, I was not expecting this.
Have you said this out loud?
I have.
Please do not attempt to mess me around.
Stop saying things out loud.
I don't know how else to communicate.
What do you do? This is the moment.
Can I ask just one more question to Pheonix?
Yeah.
Pheonix, Did you when you scanned our friend? Did you notice? Would it be protected from EMP weaponry? Does Pheonix know?
It's a piece of machinery like anything else. We've got a decent chance.
Because there are them around everyone.
EMP mines.
So maybe you should comply, MJ. Maybe you should take the data outside and place it somewhere Alice can get it. Right, guys?
I knew I saw something in you, Jimmy.
Alice,
She follows you like a puppy.
I'm gonna place this data. I'm looking with my infrared vision, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
Even though you don't need those goggles to do it.
see an EMP
Didn't use the
mine.
goggles when you went underwater, I noticed. But now that you don't
I can
need them,
see
it's
the
different.
EMP mine.
Yeah.
I'm placing the data.
Give me a just give me a reflex check, basically. Just like a really simple reflex check.
Reflex check. 6. What am I adding it to? Just reflex?
Yeah.
14.
14. Yeah, you managed to sort of place this thing just like right gingerly on the other side of a tripwire.
If Alice just like carefully skirts around,
I'm gonna step away, Alice. You win. Okay, I'm not gonna argue with you anymore. Take
She says thank you, and begins to scuttle over to the cassettes. You see her simply gingerly, like she stops when she gets to the tripwire, and then like 2 legs go up and over it, and then and then and then she flips.
MJ.
And then she flips and rolls and climbs onto the data sort of cylinder or the storage thing, and claps herself onto it. She's sort of like laden almost like with data eggs now. What are you doing as this happens?
MJ!
Also, you hear in the distance the howling siren of a trauma team van.
Trip the mine, MJ! I shout. Don't do a monologue!
I'm just gonna trip the mine then. I run over.
Yep.
Well, you're quite
just-
close anyway.
Just trip that wire.
So your how much cyberware is in you?
What do you mean? I've got a gills, an eye, a modular hand, and Wolverine claws.
All right. You trip this thing. Okay, so let's just roll with the punches, shall we? So roll a d6 for me.
D6.
Yeah. And where is everyone else?
We're still inside the building.
I'm still inside.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm behind you.
4.
4. Okay, so it's a 4-meter radius that it goes off in, and then I think what I'll do is I'll just you have a lot of stuff going on, so we'll get to you. Your eye begins to burn like brightly, like it hurts. It hurts. Wrench it out. So you see MJ wrench his eye out. Roll again for your gills. Roll again for your gills.
Whoa.
7.
Oh, no.
7. Your gills sort of seal shut, like they clamp shut, like in your neck seizes. Roll for your modular
Jimmy,
hand.
this is the worst idea you've ever had.
2.
Shut up.
2. It just sort of gives up whatever kind of locks and things keep all the different gadgets in place. The fingers just fall off and like flop to the ground, like all of the different
And I've
bits.
dropped my eye as well.
Yeah, exactly. Roll for your Wolverine claws.
No, not my claws. That was a 9.
Yeah, it was.
The Wolverine claws just sort of like emerge, and you just want to stab something. like you don't know what it is, but you have to stab something. That is the same thing being experienced by Alice.
Lovely, Alice.
Whose legs just start to go like crunch into the body of the data.
Oh.
But like just into the housing, like she's just trying to murder it.
Get in there, Jimmy.
Oh, great, yeah. Send your asset.
You send your arm. Send your
It's time!
No,
Data!
All right. So
Now that Alice is distracted, can I try to disable?
yes, go for it. Give me a tech. Give me one last. Give me a cyber tech check or something.
So that's a 10.
Ooh,
and I
roll it
got-
again. You just got a 10.
Yeah. And 8, and I have a 3 in cyber tech and an 8 in tech.
11 plus 8,
So it's
29.
Yeah.
All right. So basically,
Sorry, mate.
no, it's good. You get up to her, and she's distracted doing this, whatever it is. The EMP, he's in pieces, and you just look at her and realize, sometimes the simplest solutions. Sometimes a wound like this calls for, like, amputation, basically, and you just wrench the ocular module and the kind of what you assume is the brain off on the top of Alice, just off the rest of her body, which is where her other equipment is stored. The legs keep going for a bit and die. That lens turns to regard you and just says, "Oh well, I was alive and then I wasn't," and it fades out.
Phew.
Relatable content.
Jimmy stood like.
Ready.
Sorry, mate. I know. Look, we'll do something with it later.
That was Jimmy's big moment.
I know, Jimmy. I'm sorry. Right.
No, please. Obviously, I'm happy.
MJ's obviously in a degree of shock.
I guess I need to. I'm rolling medtech again.
Yeah, roll med tech.
Pick up his fingers.
Well done, MJ.
That's a 9. What do I have
It's in
in?
your special abilities.
Yeah, medtech 9.
Yep.
It's an
18.
18. Yeah, it's an 18.
This, you are tending to him. He's now kind of maybe collapsed to the ground. You're kind of picking up his pieces and sort of putting things back in. He's kind of coming round. This trauma team van seems to circle. Its spotlight comes down. It's twin auto cannons deployed below, just sort of scanning the scene, but they don't see any immediate signs of damage. How would you react to them?
I'm going to try and talk to them since I've only just left trauma team.
You're capable of talking to the trauma team members and just saying basically well, they want to know where the casualty is, the platinum member, right?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Well, the body is. We've still
Okay.
got a body.
You point them in the direction of Wesley's body,
Yeah.
basically, and they walk off in that direction. What do you do?
Well, I was hoping they'd give us a lift out of here, quite frankly, since we were the ones looking after him.
Suddenly the sedan's not good enough for you. Is that what you're telling me?
Is this what you're saying? Is you're kind of scooping
Do you
it?
want, yeah, I've seen the trauma team wander off, so I've scuttled out now.
You scoop up MJ's eye. You scoop up the rest of
I
MJ.
use my grapple hand.
Yeah. You've used it for something.
Thanks, Jimmy.
You grab this
can see the inside of your hand
this
now.
you scrape the remaining bits of drone off the little bit scratched data canister, cradle it under your arm, return to the sedan. Trauma team are kind of returning to the van, looking a bit puzzled with a body on a stretcher. They get in. They are obviously doing some kind of triage of whatever kind. As you get into the car, you turn back. They were just a cast look over a strange night, and in the rubble near where the EMP was set off, you just see a little red light blink on once again, and it says, "Boy howdy, boy howdy, boy howdy, boy howdy." You drive quickly into the night, and as you see the gate ahead of you, you just feel a light like sunrise just bloom through the back windows of the car, reflecting off the rear view mirror.
I told you what that was.
And that's where we'll end our game.
Nice. Wow.
Thank you so much for watching Cyberpunk 20.
Clap.
Yay!
Very good.
Thank you so much, Chris.
I don't
all
have any
right.
claws or hands left, but I would be. calling it
That
right.
was Cyberpunk 2020, the tabletop role-playing game that Cyberpunk 27 is based on. I don't know if any of these things will happen in Cyberpunk 2020, but
I mean, I've seen some of them.
indeed,
Seen
yeah.
some of these things.
But that's just one night in Night City. There are many nights. That's not actually why it's called Night City, but it's one of the reasons.
Nice.
Thank you very much for watching.
And so, our team drifts back to the corporate chaos of Night City, bathed in the cold, dead glow of a nuclear sunrise. Their mission, a success, but at what price? Every shallow gain in this world is bought with sacrifice. with sorrow. What does the future hold for our cyberpunks? You'll find out sooner than you think when we play Cyberpunk 2020 live on stage at EGX 2018 on Saturday, September 22nd. Be there or tune into the stream on the PlayStation Access YouTube channel. This is only the beginning. Subscribe to PlayStation Access and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss a single episode.
For the players.